Trading Strategy Guides here. I'm going to show you in this short video how this custom software will automatically draw 30 channels on 30 different pairs by just clicking this one button. Stay tuned to learn how this is possible. Alright, welcome everyone. This video is just going to be a short demonstration on our CTI indicator. It draws a ton of these channels for you automatically. You're never going to have to draw a channel again, which is awesome because it takes a ton of time, and you know, sometimes the channels you draw aren't very accurate. These channels are 100% accurate. They're gonna hit the swing high and the swing low every single time, and it's going to do all that for you. And I'm going to show you in that what I was saying before this is how I'm going to be able to draw all these channels on all these time frames, all these pairs, and by just clicking a single button. That is our new CTI scanner, but I'll show you that in a little bit. First, I want to show you the actual indicator. So whenever you, I guess the CTI system, let's start off with that. The CTI system comes with 3 tools. Right here, it's the CTI dashboard, the CTI scanner, and then it's just called the CTI tool. So we'll start off with the CTI tool, and basically what that is, that's this right here. That'll actually be applied to your chart. You'll have to do that. You'll just have to apply this to each of your charts. You see I have a ton of them down here, and that'll be the individual chart. And so this is what it'll actually look like as standard. It's pretty basic, but don't worry, it's about to get a little crazy. And I'm going to show you the different looks that you're going to be able to apply to this channel indicator. And what we added was actually it's called, there's the Fibonacci Sequence. So if you've ever used the Fibonacci before, here's the actual Fibonacci sequence. But we applied that to a channel indicator, which is really unique, really neat, and I've never seen anything like it. I don't think there's anything out there quite like this. There really isn't anything that at least that we've seen. And it's really interesting to see how price reacts to each of these levels, how they bounce off of each of the levels and stay in each one of these zones before they go up, before they hit the top, and then before they come back down. And I think this is a game changer for this CTI system, because now you're going to be able to trade inside this channel because it was originally how we drew this indicator up was when it breaks, you still get you still get an entry and a take profit and all that good stuff, which actually in the settings you'll see right here is a take profit, a stop loss, and all that. What that does is basically when the price breaks out of the channel, this is actually 500 points, but that's actually 50 pips. So you can adjust that as you wish, especially if you're on a lower time frame. You're definitely going to want to make that lower. But that's what this indicator was all about. That's why we actually developed it. And actually, if you can see here, this was the only strategy that we actually thought about when we actually developed this. And after we got a ton of feedback, and a lot of our users were saying, hey, I love this, it's showing all the breakout, but what about what happens when there's an actual trade inside the channel, which is why we actually thought about, well, we do have a Fibonacci channel strategy, and we also have a price channel pattern strategy. So what we ended up doing with this, we actually upgraded it now. And so now we take into effect all 3 of these strategies, and actually when inside our members area, you're actually going to be able to grab all 3 of these. We have a strategy vault. We have tons of strategies, but you'll be able to find them here. There's the rabbit trail, and they're all here in the actual strategy vault. And you're actually going to be able to read each one of those to see how this works with the actual indicator. So we actually took that exact strategy, and this is exactly what we came up with. I really think you guys are gonna like it. what we did here is if you highlight over each of the lines, you're going to be able to see what point of the Fibonacci is actually on. So this is 50%. If you hover over that, you got the 38.2 with 61.8. Now that'll all depend on how you would actually draw it. So if it's in the downtrend, this is actually the 38.2 line. And stuff like that, because it was a little bit hard to, we were going to actually put the numbers here, but it was just a little wonky. But you'll be able to see, if you see there, it's 38.2, and yeah, right there. Let me see if I can get that there. Okay, it doesn't look like it's letting me do that, but anyways, this essentially is really interesting, what we actually did here, and you can change all these colors to whatever color you actually wish. Now there's actually another feature, and let's see if I have it on this other chart. If not, I'll pull it up. Right here, you can actually just do a 50, you can just do a half and half. So if you don't want to see all the Fibonacci lines, no problem. You can actually adjust that inside the settings of the Cti Tool. You just be able to split by one middle line. Now I have all these up. You can change all these if you wish inside the settings. Yeah, you're gonna be able to split it by just one middle line. You can have 3 Fibo lines. Let's look at that. So that's actually the colors. It's a little, you probably could change these colors that way because they're different colors, but it's very, very faint colors. We might have to actually adjust that a little bit. But you can actually just draw those lines so you can actually see them. We colored them and we drew them, so either or, it's fine. But that is that's just another feature that we added. Let's see, is there anything else that we can talk about with the Cti indicator? We actually have alerts. When the alert is broken out of the channel, you get an alert, or whenever the price crosses this middle line of the channel. So if the price comes up here and it'll break up, it'll break down, you actually get a nice alert with that. So that's the Cti indicator. So that's CTI. It comes with 3. So we'll jump over now to the dashboard. So that's actually there's another feature here. We've added this a while ago. It was actually you can actually draw the channels. So you can just click this. If there wasn't a channel drawn here, you can actually click that button, and then it'll actually draw a channel for you, depending on what you actually want to see. But this is actually a really great channel that it drew. So there's no need to draw another one. So let's jump over to this is what it looks like on the black, I guess. The black, if you like a black background, that's all you. You can make it look like that. But let's look at our the next thing we want to look at is the dashboard. So what the dashboard does is it'll show you the channel drawn on each specific time frames from minute 1 all the way up to the monthly chart. Now, if you don't want to see all these, if say you only trade 2 of these time frames at a time, I mean, that's not a problem. You just go ahead and just turn all those off. I mean, if you still want to get the alert, you can leave that as on. But say you only want to see let's go hourly all the way to the minute chart. You can just go ahead and just do that, and then there you go. So now you get to see the channels on every single time frame. So if you see this little square up here, so basically what that means, that's just inside the channel, so nothing is broken out. So it's just going to just show you as this note, there really isn't a signal, but what you can see is that they are all inside the channel. And I actually want to jump back. I just remembered another big feature that I actually just skipped over for some reason, and this is actually one of our biggest upgrades, is the time frame to analyze. So what this means is, let's just see if we can, so we're on the hourly chart right now, and if we bump down to the 30, this channel is actually going to change. See how it's changing and changing and changing based on that time frame. It just makes sense. It'll change based on that time frame. But if you like this channel and you want to see it on every single time frame, now you'll be able to do that by specifically just going up here and selecting, we'll just do the hour chart. So now we see this channel on every single time frame, which is really cool, because that's how it would be if you actually drew a channel. it would just stay there. And so we were thinking, why would we keep changing the looks of the channel on each time frame? So that was actually a really big this was actually a really big upgrade for this, just because now you'll be able to draw it on whatever time frame, because a lot of traders will trade, you know, specific time frames. They like the hourly, they like the minute, they like the 15-minute, and so not a problem. There's the 15-minute channel. So now the 15-minute channel will be placed on every single time frame that there is, even all the way up to the daily. It's pretty small there, but you're never going to be in the daily if you're drawing 15-minute chart channels. So that's actually really that's one of our bigger upgrades that we did, and that's just the very first setting you see here, time frame to analyze, whatever time frame you want to analyze. If you want it to just change to the current chart that you're looking at, no problem, just leave it on as current. But we added all these different time frames, so you'll be able to adjust that as if you wish. And there's just a couple other little things like draw trend lines, the pivot points. I mean, those are all, you can adjust those if you wish. Notifications and all that good stuff that we already discussed. And then the previous, there's actually a previous channel. So you can see here, it's very faint, you can see it, but that actually was the previous channel before this actually one was drawn. And so that's actually pretty powerful. It's still nice to see what the previous channel was, where the price was, what the price was doing, and stuff like that. So we actually even have a previous channel. We might have had that off as default, but if you wanted to see all the way back to that, yeah, it's actually on as false. But if you wanted to see that, it's actually the channel before this channel. You can go ahead and just turn that on as well. And you can also fill that too. We have the fill mode option where you can do it as solid, one middle line, 3 or 5 Fibonacci. I really enjoy the Fibonacci ones, and so that's actually what my standard would actually look like. And what you can end up doing is, if you find whatever you like, you can just go and just template. You can just save that template to whatever you wish, and then it'll be like that for I guess forever if you use that template. So now, since we covered the tool, let's look at the dashboard real quick, and then I'll get to that scanner. That's actually probably the best. I keep saying it's the best, but it really is. It's a great feature. And so let's go back to this dashboard. So I mean, essentially, here's all the time frames, whatever time frame you want, and it's very easy to set up. We can even just do let's just go to a brand new chart. Let's go to USDN, and let's go ahead and drag that over, and let's just see it as default, what it looked like. So I actually just got an alert for that, so that's actually really great. And it's okay. So here's a little more signals, because the other one didn't have any signals, but here's one that actually broke up. Here's another one that broke up. Here's another one that broke up. So it broke up on the 5-minute, 15-minute, and this looks like it's not a channel. But anyway, the 5-minute, 15, and the 4 and the hourly all broke up with the channel, and you can I guess confirm that by placing the Cti Tool onto things. So that's actually, this just gives you a nice little overview of the current pair that you're on, current pair you're looking at. But if you want to see everything in your market watch, so everything in your market watch, you want to see what's going on with that, not a problem. That's where our new CTI scanner comes into play. And so let's go ahead and drag that on and change that to all symbols in the market watch. It's all the symbols, and then once you do that, we'll get us some alerts. It takes a little bit, and here we go. So basically what I just did there is I just drew 30 channels on 30 different pairs and time frames. The reason I say that is because you click that, you click on the actual time frame with the pair, and it pulls up this mini chart, and there we go. I just drew one. Right here, I just drew another one, and so you know, you just keep clicking these, and it'll show you what time frame, what pair, and what it looks like, what it's doing. And so essentially, you can just use the scanner. I mean, really, if you wanted to, you just use the scanner, And but we gave you all these options just because people, you know, if you only trade one pair, you're going to want all the tools you can get. And but if you want to see all these, and these are all, take note, these are all on the hourly chart. So if we want to see all the channels on, let's say, the 15-minute chart, all you gotta do is click on the 15-minute, and it's gonna take a little bit because there's a lot of data being processed at this time. And boom, there we go. So there's all the 15-minute channels that are drawn on every single pair in this market watch. So every single one, it'll draw a channel for you. It'll go breakdown, and the signals are basically, it says breakdown, in channel, or break up. So here's all three. Here's all three what it looks like. So here's the breakdown, here's the in, and then there's the break up. So there's all three signals, and you'll be able to just keep this on your chart and just be able to see every single one of those. Now, I cover this a lot more of this in another video, but what you can actually do if you don't want to see all these, say you only trade euro, say you only trade 3 pairs or something like that, instead of trading all these, which, you know, probably not, there's probably not a lot of people out there that trade every single one of those. Not a problem. Say you have a top 5, top 8. Let's just go, and what you gotta do is just go specific symbol only, and then let's go ahead and delete some of these. Let's go ahead and delete. Let's just only do 3 here. So really all you gotta do is just add your prefix, suffix, whatever it is on your broker, which is right here. So in this case, it's Trader's Way, which is I. All you gotta do is just add that into each one of these, and then click OK. And then there you go. So if you trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you, these are your top 6 pairs that you trade. So now you got channels. So now we see what they're all doing as far as channels go on the hourly chart. And just like that, I just drew 6 of them in like 2 seconds. So that's the power of the CTI scanner. So with the CTI scanner, the actual dashboard and the actual tool, they all complement each other. They're all very, very customizable. I mean, there's a ton of other like little features that I can even get to, but I'll cover that. We'll probably cover that inside the members area. But just wanted to show you all the tools, all the unique features that we've added. We keep piling on tons and tons of new features, and this Fibonacci, the lines, and the time frame to analyze, those are really great upgrades. And also the scanner itself is there's just so much value packed into that, just so you can actually see where the channel is, and how you trade it with this is up to you. I mean, this is just a tool to help you to see exactly where they are inside the channel. And what we'll do is you can just read these strategies, and they will tell you when to make the entries, when to take the profit, when to do this, when to do that. They're going to show you exactly how to do that, and we can even just go ahead and just start reading this one here. Here's all the rules, exactly how you would trade a Fibonacci channel trade, which is it'll show you how to place it. But I mean, this step right here, you don't even have to do, because our indicator is going to do that for you. And then so basically you just read this part here, and you're gonna, so once you see this pullback and make the entry. So I mean, with this indicator, then you can just jump over to whenever you add it to your chart. Let's find one we have. And so there we go. This would actually have been right here. It came down, pulled back, and this would have been your sell entry, just based on that strategy there. And we would have been, a decent profit already. But it's just really cool to see how these are actually bouncing off each of these lines. I mean, they're not perfect, but it's very, very close to it. And so I think that's a really powerful feature for this specific CTI tool. All right, guys, I think I'm out of time here, but I hope that covered all the basics of this new tool, all these new upgrades. And if you guys have any other questions for us, please email us at info@tradingstrategyguys.com. To get this system, you simply just got to go either to this link up here, which is info.tradingstrategyguys.com /rabbit trail trading indicators. The reason it's called that is just because it was based on that, but now we actually packed in 2 new strategies to it. So just go to this link up here, or just click the link in the description wherever this video is at this time, and we'll see you inside the members area, and we'll be chatting with you, all our support, and yeah, so just our support email is info@tradingstrategyguys.com. So if you guys ever have any questions, either when you're a member or now, if you just have other questions for us, we'll be glad to answer them. So I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon.